Many people believe that SMP is a semi-permanent procedure, and many individuals also worry if it might turn blue or red over time, which is understandable. Hello, I'm Dr. Lee Jae-won, the director of Modumo Clinic. Today, I will provide a clear and precise answer, grounded in medical evidence, to one of the most frequent and crucial questions asked by those considering scalp micropigmentation. Doctor, exactly how long will the SMP last after the procedure? Many people are aware that scalp micropigmentation is known as a semi-permanent procedure. But medically, SMP is considered permanent. This is because we perform a pigment injection into the upper dermis layer. However, with the passage of time, a fading phenomenon will indeed occur. Therefore, the optimal retention period, where the SMP treatment maintains its peak condition, generally ranges from about 2 to 5 years. There are 3 primary reasons why the retention period differs significantly for each individual. First off, an oily scalp. When your scalp is notably greasy with a significant amount of sebum secretion, the pigment particles can be easily affected by this oiliness, leading to a noticeable blurring of boundaries, making them less distinct. Secondly, we have UV exposure. If you're frequently exposed to a lot of UV light, the SMP pigment may decompose rather rapidly. And thirdly, it's about scalp turnover. Individuals with a lot of dead skin cells or very active scalp regeneration experience quicker scalp renewal. This leads to the pigment layer, which holds the pigment, breaking down more rapidly, potentially shortening the overall retention period. Considering traditional tattoos, many individuals are concerned that the pigment might turn bluish or reddish over time. However, SMP-specific pigments are specifically designed for fading rather than discoloration. The reason is, unlike typical tattoo inks, SMP pigment consists of fine particles and is based on carbon components, which possess superior biocompatibility. So, as time passes, it won't suddenly turn blue or discolor. Instead, its concentration will simply lighten, much like a watercolor painting gently fading. So, SMP pigment has a huge advantage. It doesn't get messy even with time. So, does this mean if I get it done once, I'm set for life? I get that question quite often. I strongly recommend getting a retouch every 2 to 3 years. The retouching process isn't just about boosting the density in previously treated areas, but also involves comprehensive density reinforcement. After the initial procedure, it serves to more naturally connect any newly developed areas of hair loss with the previously treated regions, ensuring seamless connectivity. So you can think of periodic retouches as a process that enhances the perfection of results for your SMP. If you've undergone the effort of getting SMP and wish to prolong its effects, remember these 2 crucial points. First, it's best to avoid UV rays. When you're outdoors, always make sure you're wearing a hat. Using a parasol is also a great idea. If you're exposed to UV rays, the pigment will fade more quickly, so the retention power will inevitably decrease. And second, please avoid excessive scalp scaling or excessive stimulation of the scalp. Excessive stimulation can forcibly speed up your scalp's regeneration process. When that happens, the scalp tries to supply new cells by pushing out the old cell layer where the pigment was, which can cause the pigment to gradually fade. Alright, to summarize, you can generally expect SMP to retain its appearance for around 2 to 5 years. So, the process involves fading without discoloration, and you can significantly extend this period as much as possible through periodic retouches. Ultimately, the most important thing about SMP is how natural it continues to look as part of you, even as the color gradually fades over time. That's why our goal here at Modumo Clinic is to provide care that ensures your scalp remains beautiful and healthy, not just right after the procedure, but 5, even 10 years down the line. If you found today's video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Furthermore, if you have any additional inquiries or questions, we highly recommend visiting our clinic at your convenience to receive expert advice and consultation. This has been Dr. Lee Jae-won from Modumo Clinic. Thank you.